bloody hell. Okay, and I've got to remember to turn the mic on again. I muted on one scene and it mutes on the other scene. Okay, now I've got that worked out. We'll go back to what I was just saying. Yeah, I've still got to work out how to set up Streamlabs properly, so I can work this out properly, and so I don't have that long countdown. I think what went for nearly 45 to 50 minutes or something. But yeah, so we are still working this out. You'd think, what is it now? 13 streams in, I would have worked it out by now. To be honest, going live on Streamlabs was so much easier, but you couldn't do as many things on it. The only benefit about that was I could pick up my phone and just walk off with it. It's a little bit harder at the moment, but good on you there, Fisher. I'm glad someone's dedicated enough to watch the whole thing. I didn't even watch it. I turned it on, then got up and went and made dinner. Good evening, Bobby K. And Craig. Good to see you in. If you're wondering why my vlog didn't go up, I'm having some troubles with actually getting it to process through the upload. It's uploading onto YouTube okay, it's just not going through the processing. I've tried it 3 times this afternoon. I've even tried re-downloading it off my editing software, and I'm still not having any luck. I'm very close to just editing the raw, posting the raw footage before I edit the cut screens in and stuff like that, just straight from my phone, and get it going that way, which I'll probably do that after this stream, just so I can put it out there for you guys, because it's kind of getting annoying. Pardon me. Right, yeah. So, yeah. So yeah, I've really got to get in and work out how to upload all this stuff properly, and why everything's stuffing up on me. Well, I'm glad for that. That's taken a while to work out too. I've been mucking around with the settings both on Streamlabs and my phone and everything like that. So I'm glad that it's coming through all right, and popping up all right. I'm actually videoing in 4K to be sent through to 1080p. So pardon me. So we've stuffed around with that a fair bit the last week, and getting everything trying to get everything up to scratch with everyone else that's streaming. I haven't gone ahead yet and got a fancy music deck or anything yet, because I'm having trouble just trying to use the basic stuff. But I'm glad everything's starting to come through okay. So I suppose, what did we do this week in the fish room? Realistically, not a great deal. Yeah. What? I'll put the hat back on. That might make it better. There we go. we'll go back to the dodgy quality now. We'll put the hat back on. Yeah, I did get a haircut. This weekend I actually went down to a 25th birthday party. My girlfriend's sister's. So I thought I better get trimmed up. Yeah, that tank behind me is very low tech. It doesn't even have a plant light on it. It's just a standard white LED um, light from Aqua One. It's very basic. All the plants in it are low tech. It's only running on one. What is it? Hang on the back filter, which is actually in the far end of the tank. Um, and and yeah, so it's a very low tech tank, to the point where I even took the two little sponge filters out in the corner there, and now I just use it as water flow. Oh. It's not really low. I had one of my fish trying to trying to jump out there. Um, Last week, one of the barbs was getting a little bit excited and trying to jump for some reason. It was only one barb, and everything was going fine in the tank. It was just one barb stuffing up and decided it was jumping. Then I found out it was a little insect on top of the glass. It kept jumping at the insect. um, so he must have thought that was food. But yeah, I do have to do a water change on that tank and top it up. So that'll be done this week sometime. Um, Hey Jesse, how you going? Good to see you in here. I know it's probably pretty early over there. um, so yeah, got I got the tub set up. The Yeah, I'm waiting to see if my rosa barbs have actually laid eggs or not. I had them in a breeding tank for very early in the morning. Um, had some rosa barbs in a breeding tank for 2 weeks, so we're just seeing now if they laid any eggs, and hopefully if they did, they'll hatch in the next day or two. What else have we done? Yeah, we've got the tubs outside as it's starting to warm up now. Starting off with two, putting in the White Cloud Mountain Minnows first. Then when it warms up a little bit, we'll be adding the endlers into the other tub. Then if they start to work out alright, I'll set up another couple of tubs and run at least two more tubs. The little air pump I got, it seems to run two tubs alright on one side, so we'll hook that up and run the other two. I got a couple of short videos on my vlogs, but nothing as an actual uh, breeding project yet there, Jesse. I just wanted to see to make sure it worked before I did a full breeding video on it. I kind of buggered that up when I first started the channel. I thought I'd do a part one, part two, part three breeding setup and that when I was starting, and I only ever got to part ones because at the start I wasn't having much success, so I didn't really have anything to film for part 2 and 3. um, but I just do it very, very low tech, with just putting some fake plants in the bottom as a mat, and just throwing the barbs in, and hopefully that they've laid the eggs over the top of the fake plants, and because they're the fake plant mat was dense enough, they wouldn't have been able to get into the bottom of it. So hopefully the eggs have been fertilized and have fallen through into there, and I should have some babies in the next couple of days. Yeah, that's why I want to just make sure that the everything goes right first, Jesse, so I can put out a proper video on it. Like, I know they're fairly easy to breed, and I actually bred them by accident in this tank behind me, so I know they are breeding. Um, so yeah, I know they are breeding, so it's just a matter of setting up a tank to do it. I might even put them into a tub with a heap of Java moss in the bottom of the tub, and just let them go in the tub for a couple of weeks, then take them out of the tub and see if we have any babies grow up. So that'll be one way of doing it. The other way is just doing it in the tank that I've got set up. So we'll see which way works the best. But yeah, I actually had them in this tank behind me, and then they started ripping the plants and that out as they were trying to breed. So I ended up pulling the adults out, and a week later I noticed two little babies, baby swimming around. So um, I managed to scoop them out and put them in that little tank up on top of the counter until they grew up a little bit. Then I put them back put them back in with the adults. So it'll be good to see if I can get them to breed properly. My local fish store does sell quite a lot of them when he gets them in. So if I can get them breeding properly, I should be able to turn them over pretty easy. Yeah, he always seems to buy 30 or 40 of them, and they're usually gone within a week. So they turn over pretty good around here. So they should be a pretty good fish to breed constantly if I can get them going. I do have to do a lot of work in the fish room to try and finish that off. At the moment, renovations have halted on the house because of a lingering gum tree which is outside this wall, um, that we have to get cut down, that we're still waiting on the arborist to come and cut down the tree, because the gum tree is actually it can be where it is while we do the renovations, but it'll be overhanging the new renovations, and I do want to get rid of the tree before I start the renovations. So that's what we're waiting on at the moment. But everything else is just about ready to go with the renovations. So, pardon me. I should be getting ready to box up and form and put the formwork in for concrete in the next couple of weeks. So that should be what's coming up next to there. And as young James pointed out a little bit earlier, I am 11 subscribers away from the 200 mark, and at that mark we'll be putting up a nice piece of driftwood, which is about 30 centimeters, so 12 inches long, with I think it's 6 or 7 pieces of crested Java fern on it, and that's starting to grow in nicely. So when it does grow in nicely, it'll be a nice piece of driftwood full of crested Java fern. I picked the Java fern, the crested Java fern, because I can actually ship that anywhere in Australia. So that should be fine to send anywhere in Australia. So when I do the giveaway competition for that, anyone in Australia that wins it, well, I'll be able to send it to, which is good. Unlike my last one, which was only I could only send it to sort of three or four states. So that'll be pretty good. I'm also been practicing with some spinny wheel widget thingy to go on the live stream. So when I do a draw, I'll actually do it on a live stream, and we'll be able to do a random generator from everyone who enters. So everyone who enters on that one will be able to go on the spinny wheel and see where it goes. So yeah. Other than that, what else have we done in the fish room this week? Realistically, not a great deal. This has been a pretty relaxed week. I haven't really been home. Yeah, I've been working flat out lately, so I've been doing long hours at work trying to get ready for when I do finish up in 4 weeks. I've been trying to catch up on all the jobs and that they've had laid out for me over the next 2 to 3 months. I've been trying to finish all them up before I go, just so I can finish on a good note with the current employer, and hopefully start the new job with no lingering overheads on maybe I should have done this or maybe I should have done that. Because if the new job goes south, I want to be able to go back to my current job. And at the moment, my employer is quite happy to take me back if I see fit, but I'm hoping that doesn't have to happen. I did have a list here somewhere of what I wanted to talk about, but I can't seem to find it. That's what happens when you set everything up like 2 or 3 hours previously and you move stuff. The piece of paper that you're looking for goes with it. Yes, I do have a couple of reviews in that's coming up. Of course, again, more Aqua One products. So one's going to be an air pump and the Aqua One sponge filters that actually have gone in the tub outside. I'll be doing an unboxing. There's an unboxing of that and a quick setup video. So nothing too fancy there, very short one. But there will be also an unboxing and setup of one of their new hang on the back filters with what is it, auto leveling, surface skimmer. It's got an auto leveling surface skimmer, and it also comes with a pre-filter sponge, so you don't have to go looking for pre-filter sponges and stuff like that. It all comes within the filter. There is also a canister filter that we have to do a unboxing and review on too when we set up the turtle tank, which that's about 2 weeks away from being set up properly. So we'll be setting that up very shortly and starting to get the water flowing through that, and planning the tank out. then we'll add the turtle dock in. So we've got the waterfall just about finished. Oh, it's actually finished. I've just got to put some paint on it and make it look a little bit more realistic. And then that'll be right to set up. So we'll be washing the sand and that sort of in the next couple of days, and start filming the initial setup of that tank, and then slowly getting to the stage where we actually go and buy the turtle for it. So the rosa barbs will actually be going into that tank. There you go, Aquamate. Good to see you here, Josh. So yeah, that'll be all going ahead very, very shortly. The girlfriend's actually getting quite anxious. She wants the turtle, even though I'll be the one that will be looking after this turtle. She just wants one because they look cute when they're little. There you go, Chev. And yeah, so she wants one because it looks nice and cute when they're little, and I don't think she really realizes how much work actually goes into them. So I've had to buy brand new canister filters. I've got a new plant light for the plants that'll be going in. So we have some, some swamp weed and some dwarf green rush. There you go, Cooper. Good to see you in. So we got some dwarf green rush and that going in there, as well as some swamp weed, and there's another plant that I can't remember what's going in. I'll also try and throw some hardier plants down the bottom. So I've got some Anubias Bonanta. Actually, it's a bigger variety of Anubias Bonanta. Going in there, as well as a couple of Anubias Nanas and maybe a piece of driftwood or something like that. I don't want to put anything that the turtle can get stuck underneath. So yeah, I don't want anything that turtle can get stuck underneath. So the piece of driftwood and that will probably be buried underneath the sand a little bit, just so the turtle can't get stuck underneath it. And yeah, so I'm hoping, but the biggest problem is half the tank will actually be shaded by the turtle, by the landmass that I've made for it. So the plants will all be sort of sitting in and around and underneath the waterfall. So a couple of the Anubias nanas will actually be converted to immersed grown and growing on the edge of the waterfall. So that'll be a little bit interesting and make it look a little bit nicer and a little bit more natural. As well as I've got some I've also got some what is it? Yeah, I've got some Java fern that I'm gonna try and grow immersed on the side of the waterfall as well. So that should be pretty good there. What else do we have coming up? Oh yeah, my local fish store is trying to talk me into getting some Bolivian rams and breeding those. He wants to sell more. I've got Java fern starting to grow immersed on on my other little waterfall, it's starting to shoot up leaves and that immersed. And can't remember what channel it is, but I think it's Northwest Aquatics or um, Aqua or Aquatics or something. He's growing it in fish tanks immersed. Yeah, he's farming it immersed. So I'll just see if I can find the the channel name, and I'll even link it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they do grow immersed. I will find the channel that I've been watching. Will is his name. Yeah. NW Aqua Hobby. I will just take his. Let's copy that back over here and paste it there. Yeah, Will at NW Aqua Hobby. He grows Anubias and Aqua and Java Fern immersed. So that's where I've got the idea from. And I'm definitely going to try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm hoping next to a waterfall it does get enough splash to coat the leaves in that. I have noticed that he does spray his leaves in that each day to keep them moist, because they do grow on the banks of rivers and that very close to waterfalls, as well as completely underwater in the wild. I have done a little bit of research into that, so hopefully they do grow okay for me. But we'll do trial and error. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Can't really go wrong. That's how you learn, isn't it? You try something new. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you try something else. But yeah, so definitely gonna do that. I've got a fair few crested Java Fern babies going, so I'll even try throwing some of those on it as well. Hey Zig, good to see you. Yeah, no worries, Blake. But yeah, so we're definitely going to try it, and we'll see if it all works out. What else was there? But yeah, so the local fish store is trying to get me into to breeding Bolivian rams. He said he can't keep up with people wanting Bolivian rams because they're a bit more tolerant to the water conditions around here than the standard German blues and gold rams and that. And a lot of people around here don't like can't well, our water conditions aren't suited for the German blues and that. Especially definitely not suited for discus and that, which a lot of people keep German blues and discus together. So the Bolivian rams are a better pick for us around here. So he's keen to find someone that'll actually breed them locally in our local water, so he can sell them as locally bred fish. So I may be getting a pair or a couple of pairs of those. Hopefully he has I think 7 or 8 adults in his store at the moment. and I'm hoping he has a pair of those. Yeah, a pair that's actually paired off. If he does, I'll probably grab them when I go over there this week. I'm taking him some plants over, and also should be picking up, if they're still there, 6 chocolate Grammies. He's got 6 chocolate Grammies in at the moment. He's had them there for a couple of weeks, so they should be well attuned to our water and that by now. And he said he has them eating pellets, pellet food and prepared food, so I don't have to worry about trying to only feed them live food. But in saying that, the tank they're going into basically gets fed live food only anyway, with a mix of mosquito larvae and the small mosquito larvae and a few water bugs and microworms and a few vinegar eels every now and then. So when I get those, that'll definitely top off that little tank up there on the bench. It's got my clown killies in it at the moment and my pygmy spotted rasboras. So some nice gentle chocolate Grammies will go really nice in that tank. And that tank is now starting to get overgrown with hair grass and that in it. So that should make it really nice for them. It's starting to get filling in really nice with plants now. So I've got to pull out a little bit of hair grass, but in saying that, I actually quite like the look of an unrun tank. It looks a little bit more natural to me. But I'm gonna pull out a little bit around the front of the tank just to try and open it back up a little bit. But in saying that, they should be nice additions to that tank. We'll grab the Bolivian rams probably and throw them in the community tank here until I get their tank set up. I do have a couple of spare tanks up in the shed that I can set up. I do now have the central air system put together. I just got the air valves and that turned up today, so I can actually start plumbing that in. I've just got to get one more sponge mat, and I will start making the uplift. For the 6-foot tank. Then we can actually start putting that together as well. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should have another 2, maybe 3 aquariums up and running. If you include the turtle tank, it should be at least 3 tanks, I think. If I get the rams, will be about 3 tanks. 3 tanks set up. So I've still got to reseal the 6-foot tank. When I do that, I'll add the bottom piece of the sponge mat. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to add sponge mat up both ends of the tank with an uplift, with 2 uplift tubes in each end. Pardon me, so it will circulate the water fairly well and be filtered through the sponge mat. But I'm going to cut the sponge mat into about a 2-inch strip and actually place in the bottom of the tank and silicone that in, so the substrate and that can sit up against that and not worry it. So I can just pull the top part out when I want to clean the sponge, and all the substrate and that'll stay in place. I did find that out the hard way when I did my first waterfall tank. I used the sponge mat as the filter, but put all the substrate up to the base of the sponge, and when I took the sponge out to clean it, I had substrate going into places that I didn't want substrate. So that ended badly. So definitely worked it out a little bit better this time. And yeah, so that's that should be the native tank. So I have 4 golden perch at the moment, left out of the 119 I had that I've taken out to the farm. So we'll be putting those in with with some bristlenose to eat any algae in that comes into that tank. I am just going to put some Bunnings LED lights on it. Probably keep plants down to a minimum. I'm going to plant that with native plants. So I'm going to do a bit of research on it, see what plants grow, like native plants grow in the Murray River, if any. I'm assuming there will be native plants that grow, aquatic plants that grow in the Murray River. So we'll put that in, and hopefully we'll see everything do well in that tank. When the golden perch do get bigger, I will be taking them out to the farm and replacing those with some Murray River rainbows and smaller native fish like firetail gudgeons and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what's coming along so far. If I haven't reached the 200 next week, I will actually have a photo of the piece of driftwood, and I'll do a short video on the piece of driftwood and what I'll be giving away, and also conditions on how to enter. Because I've been growing this piece of driftwood out for nearly 3 weeks. And not 3 weeks, nearly 2 months now. Sorry, 8 weeks, and it's starting to look pretty good. My peppermint bristlenose will be very upset because he's dug a nice little cave out underneath it in the sand. Even though it's just him in there. I did lose his female, unfortunately, so I do have to get another bristle, another couple of peppermint bristlenose to try and grow up and breed from him. So I might even be reaching out to Blake now the weather's starting to warm up a little bit and purchasing some of him, as well as a few other fish that I've been meaning to get for a while, but all this COVID stuff and uncertainties with postage and being in the middle of winter kind of put it off. So I might have to reach out to Blake's Gumtree ad and see if I can buy some fish off Gumtree. Although I don't know if he will ship off Gumtree. So I might end up being on one of his little skits. But we'll see what happens there, if Blake's willing. Yeah, it has been very terrible. The worst thing is, I reckon peppermint bristlenose up here are like in stores they are going for like $65 to $80, and that's for a 3 or 4 centimeter fish. And they very rarely pop up on any other website, really. There you go, Eric. Good to see you pop in. So, as it warms up a little bit and the temperatures aren't so harsh, I might look at buying a few more fish from hobbyists, even if I have to pay postage on express posts. To be honest, that'll still end up being cheaper than buying it from the local stores here. Actually, that reminds me, I've actually got to get onto Vistaprint and get my stickers ordered. I have got them all made up on there. I just haven't ordered them. I've also been tempted to order a nice face mask with my little logo on it, just to be funny, and also because the new job is in an aged care facility, I will have to be wearing a mask all the time. So I'm going to be getting a mask or a couple of masks so I can wear them in the aged care facility, but also I wanted to put my logo on them just so I could be a little bit different to wearing the medical blue mask all the time. But yeah, so pardon me. But yeah, so that's sort of what's been happening lately, and what's coming up. So the vlog that was supposed to go out that hasn't decided to upload and process properly. I'm just going to be doing a very it's an edited cut, but it's not a final edit. And I'll be posting that basically straight after this stream. So once it all uploads, hopefully that'll be a better idea of what I have in my fish room at the moment. It was a short tour. As like I've said before, I have downsized a lot of my tanks at the moment, just because our last power bill was nearly 3 times the price, sort of in the autumn and summer. Through this winter period, it skyrocketed, and that's mainly because of the tanks being in the shed and not having any insulation within the shed, and the temperatures getting down to like -5 outside. The temperatures in the shed were getting very, very low, so the heaters were actually working overtime, and I actually had to put oversized heaters in a lot of my tanks to try and keep the temperature up through the night. Like in a 30-liter aquarium, I think I had a 150-watt heater. Yeah, no worries, Eric. Eric, I'm glad you dropped in. And it's fascinating to hear about your little yabby molting. So yeah, we've actually I've actually downsized a lot on a lot. Hey DWS Aqua. Pardon me. Yeah, I've just been chatting about things that have been coming up. So yeah, but the whole fish room basically got cut in half. Not the fish room. The amount of tanks I had got cut in half. And a lot of fish ended up in tanks together, where I had them currently previously separate. So that's kind of finished. Didn't finish it, but kind of put a damper on things there. So instead of running 2 air pumps, I've now put the central air system in. I've just got to finish hooking that up. That'll get rid of 3 air pumps in the fish room. I'll also be looking at getting rid of a couple of the others and putting small airlift tubes in, like not getting rid, getting rid of the electric pumps and putting airlift tubes in. So like the Aqua One Arc and the Aqua One Flourish, right? Tanks I have, they run on pumps, so we'll be taking the pumps out and replacing them with airlift pipes, to do the same thing and run everything off air instead of power. Also, we're going to be getting some insulating sarking. So it'll have the fiberglass insulation on one side and the sarking on the other. So the room will be insulated, especially now it's coming into summer. It is a tin shed. It'll be the complete reverse. It'll be cooking the fish instead of freezing the fish. So if you like boiled fish, put your fish in a nice tin shed. But yes, I definitely have to get the insulation up within the next month or two before the temperature starts getting too hot. I also have to put up shade cloth over my new tubs because I think they'll get too hot when the sun starts getting up longer. Being black tubs, they might get a little bit too hot. That's a first, Blake. I'm not even breaking anything. Jeez, that's a big effort. 6 videos in a day. And I struggle to get 1 out a week. You managed to get 6 a day. Oh, hang on. It was your flexi day, wasn't it? Pardon me. So you did a live stream and you filmed 6 and edited 6 videos in a day. Jesus, that's going good. Yeah, I struggle to get 1 a week, and I've got most of the filming done. Oh, that's another thing that's coming up. The micro aquatics. The micro aquatics tank. It's just about ready for fish and shrimp. So actually, sorry, it'll be shrimp more than fish. So they'll be ordered actually straight after the stream, so they should be shipped either tomorrow or Wednesday to turn up before the weekend. Actually, if I order them tonight, they should be shipped tomorrow to turn up either Wednesday or Thursday. And they should be here, so there'll be Darwin algae eaters and maybe some red nose shrimp. So they're going into that tank. So basically everything in that tank has been ordered from Micro Aquatics. I do have an affiliate partnership with them that I'll be basically launching when that video comes out, and we'll be trying to showcase a fair bit of stuff that's come out with them and what I've brought from them in the last sort of 6 months. So that should be good. I'm just trying to see. Nearly coming up on an hour. I'm just trying to think of what else I can talk about. I've been blabbering on for so long. So if you guys have any questions or anything you just want to ask me, or if you've missed anything, I can touch back on. Otherwise, we might finish it up very shortly. Anyway. But yeah, so definitely trying a few new things. After watching Northwest Aqua Hobby, I am pretty keen to try a Anubias Nana farm, and just see how that turns out. But I'm not 100% sure or confident on that. I do have to get another plant light for that. But yes, that's maybe happening in the future. But I don't think I'll video it too much. I'll just direct people to go watch Will. Since he did give me the idea, and I don't want to steal it from him. But he is really, really good to watch. He is a a botanologist? I think they're the ones that look at plants and grow plants and all that sort of stuff. So he does kind of know what he's talking about, I think. Well, I hope. Pardon me. Oof. To be honest, Blake, personally, I'd probably take Aqua One. Just because I've used that brand ever since I was a kid. To me, it's been a good brand, and um, and yeah, I've never had any trouble with it. I like it, but I'm sure there's plenty of others out there. But I've always gone with Aqua One. Um, but yeah, so yeah, Aqua One would probably be the choice there. Um, well, I suppose that's kind of relevant in most of my videos and stuff I have floating around here. Just about everything's Aqua One. Even this tank right here is an Aqua One tank and stand, light, filter setup. Even the air pump that's running the sponge filters. Um, is Aqua One, so probably a good 80% of stuff in my fish room is Aqua One. So, 80% of the hardware anyway is Aqua One. So that'll be, if I do get sponsored by them, that'd be great. I am an Aqua One fan there, Bobby. To be honest, when I was trying to set up my store, I actually went through the painstaking process of printing out and filling in the entire application form and mailing it back to try and get it so I could actually sell their products. But I never heard anything back from them, so I don't know if that's still in the processes of actually happening, or or if it just got tossed out. I've also filed a couple of applications to use their product name and symbol and like logo on my videos, and that when I am actually doing reviews on their products. But I still haven't heard anything back from them. I get a nice little message and that when I message them on Facebook and stuff like that, and saying, "Oh, we've passed that on to the right people" and stuff like that. I've even gone onto their website and applied properly through their stuff. um, if I had to move states, what state would I choose and why? Or what state would I choose? To be honest, if I had to move, it'd be Queensland. And it'd be Queensland, probably somewhere around. I'd probably say somewhere around Cairns. Yeah, I'd probably try somewhere around Cairns just so I could basically do outdoor tubs in that all year round. And listen to my reason there, Fisher. um, but yeah, so I can go to so I can do outdoor tubs and that all year round, not have to worry about heaters, um, and stuff like that. So no, it's not too hot. You just well, if it's too hot in Cairns, you just go a little bit lower there, Fisher. You drop it back around Townsville and stuff like that, where it sits about. You just want a place that sits around sort of 26, 27 degrees all year round. um, so you don't have to worry too much about the temps. Well, Jesse, I think if we could ship them out of the country, it'd probably be all right. What have I got here? A bit of fluff on the side of my face. Or is that a bug? I don't know. Oh, wait, what are we talking about? What are we feeding? um, yeah, talking about blackworms. Yeah, I got a packet of the freeze dried blackworms, and my fish didn't really take to them at all. Like I even soaked them so they'd sink, but yeah, they didn't take to the worms at all. But yeah, they went straight onto the frozen bloodworm cubes. Pardon me, nearly instantly. I don't know if it's just because that's what they're fed in the fish stores or not, but yeah, I might have to try them again and see if I can convert some fish over to them. I've got a nice pair of gold rams that I'm trying to condition up and grow up so they can breed. So I might even try it with them. Yeah, I think I've got 100 grams or 250 grams of it or something. Because I thought my fish would go nuts for it, but yeah, they didn't. I tried on all of them and they didn't really eat it. Even the angelfish behind me that seemed to eat everything didn't try it. Sort of suck, like put it in their mouth and spat it back out, and that's sort of it. I found them all floating on the surface of the tank the next day. They didn't really take to them at all. So I might have to try them again and see how they go. I might have to see what the shipping cost is there, Jesse. See how much it costs to ship out to Hawaii and how much we can get them for. We might be able to send some out to you. It's up the antivirus protection. What else do we have? Yeah, we could definitely look into seeing if we can get them to you a little bit cheaper than what you're paying there. What was it, $300 a kilo or something? Yeah, we'll see what we can do and see how much it actually costs to ship out to Hawaii. There you go, Jesse. We'll send you out some black worms if you can send over some pea puffers. They're about similar prices. Bloody pea puffers over here, $200. I think 180 has been the cheapest I've seen, and they were on the site for less than 10 minutes. Yeah, there, James. I don't think many people I don't think many budgets allow pea puffers. And then when you do find a store that sells them, yeah, our pea puffers are 180 bucks to 200, and that's if you can find them. To be honest, I'd jump on that, Jesse. If you could sell them, I would jump on them. There's nearly any nearly any puffer here in Australia is extremely expensive and hard to get. Like you probably get some black market ones, but I don't know. But yes, I'll probably finish the stream up here, guys. Did manage to get just over an hour on the actual stream. After buggering up and putting the stream up nearly 50 minutes early, I think. Um, yeah, 50 minutes early I put the stream up with a countdown. Then realised I'd done it, then couldn't be stuffed. Going back and changing it all over. Yeah, we might have issues. Anything sort of animal, fish, insect, even meat and stuff like that, sort of has to go through quarantine to come in. So I don't know how it would go, and to be honest, I don't know how to go about. I might even look it up, working out how to get an import license, so I can actually get them imported. if that could happen, um, it would definitely be well worth traveling down to Sydney to pick them up. And to pick them up from the airport. Like that's a 4 hour drive for me, 4.5 hour drive. That'd be still worth me doing it. And yeah, to be honest, I think my local fish store would jump on board with that if they could be shipped in that cheap. But yeah, I'm assuming that the price that they're coming in at and getting sold through other fish stores on why they're so expensive. Yeah, if they could come in, I think we'd make a fortune on them. I'm definitely gonna have to look into this because yeah, that would be definitely a moneymaker and a half. But I think Blake got offered $300 each for his. So yeah, I think selling them through a fish store would be absolutely crazy. Yep, definitely gonna have to work this out. But yeah, so we're gonna finish the stream up now, guys. And hopefully I'll get the vlog out with the fish room or the small fish room tour. Very very small because I've downgraded. But yeah, so hopefully we get all the other tanks up and running within the next couple of weeks, so I have something decent to show you. And to show you that I am actually still doing stuff. Hopefully I get these shrimp turn up this week, and we'll put that video out next week with the micro micro aquatics, so aquatic store. So hopefully we can get that all up and running and everything running out properly. I think he's got everyone's cog turning their Chev. Oh, Chevy, sorry. Sorry, I thought that I was supposed to be calling you Chevy. I suppose that's just an Australian thing where I try and shorten everything as short as possible. Yes, let's hope it is a good thing. That's probably one of the things I'm going to be looking up very very shortly while I'm waiting for this video to upload is how I can import fish into Australia. So thanks everyone for tuning in and coming along, and I shall catch you next Monday at 8 o'clock.